Hello guys, this is Syble Angels from SybleAngelsMusic.com. We are starting a new series today called the Studio Chill. So basically what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be cooking some beats, anticipating what rappers are gonna be rapping on the type beat we'll be making. So today we wanna do a MOLLEY type, a Frank Casino type, also Ricky type, also CASPER type. So first of all, what I've realized with my research, these guys, they like pianos, they like flying 808s, nice percussion, right? So I've got some drums already picked up, basic drums. I've used these drums for my SYBASS drum kit volume 1, and I also have a piano, also an arpeggiator, and I also have a lead. So basically there's no need for me to be showing you how to pick up drums because everyone has got his own type of selection of drums. So that is why I don't want to waste time and pick drums while you're watching, you know. So I'm just gonna play some basic codes. I've got my MIDI keyboard connected. I'm gonna play some basic codes, then we can see how we can build around those basic codes. So here we go. Alright, that sucks, but let's do this. So I've got tempo set to 155. I think that should be fine for all these other rappers. Alright, so the reason why this video is the keys I'm playing are a bit late is because I'm recording the video, so that is why they are a bit confusing and a bit out of time. It's because of the video, but we're gonna fix it. We're gonna go in and start fixing the timing, and once we're done with the timing, we can start building some counter melodies, right? So this is how our keys sounds like. Let's try that. Invert the chords. Alright, I like those chords. So we're gonna start building a counter melody. With that over, and we see what we can use, what else we can build there. So that is cool. Let's just randomize that quickly and see if we can. I'm just gonna put this in the mixer. I've got my mixer on the other screen, but I'm just gonna put it here. Okay, let's just put everything on the mixer so that I didn't want to do that. Let's just put everything on the mixer, route everything on the mixer, then okay, remove that. Cool. So we start building the app, right? Alright, so let's go to the piano roll and see. So somewhere they should be fine. Lower the velocity. We're gonna start with the clap. Let's just throw the hi-hats two-step. Open heads. Alright, so we put our second open head, then maybe we can start going to our kick now, you know. So what I also hear that is this piano is too loud, you know, so I'm gonna lower that. Obviously the lead is gonna be too loud too. So let's go to our kick. Alright, there we go. Double kick somewhere there. I think I like it there. Then we bring it all the way to the second part. Then a double kick there. I think our kick, we're fine. Let's go to the 808. I'm gonna raise this an octave high so that we can hear. By the way, I'm using headphones, so I won't be able to hear the 808, especially on the keys. So I'm gonna raise it up, then play it there. So let's hear how that sounds like on the normal key. like that. So let's go to our stick, right? So we're gonna put a stick each one there, you know. There we go. Stick done. So if my mix sounds crazy, please understand, because I'm using headphones right now. Let's put some chant. Oh my god, there we go. All right, there we go. So that should be fine there we go. So let's see what is okay. Let's go to the hi-hat. We're gonna try to make this unique and simple, you know. So we're gonna do every second of the second step, then we're gonna go to the lower ones. Then here we're gonna do it unique, so we're gonna lose that and that. You know, spread this all the way out. All right, then we lose that, then we go to the lower ones. Alright, so I don't know if you guys have realized, but music is changing, you know. So even the way the hi-hats are going these days has totally changed. So that is one thing to take note of. So I'm just gonna put it there and there and there. Copy this over to there, I think. Actually, I think Nasty C can also be on this beat, hey? Because if I hear this right, I hear him too on this beat. Randomize that real quick. So let's see if we can put some slides. second one. So let's quickly layer this beat. It's a very straightforward beat. Obviously, a lot of things will happen when you are mixing it and the creative part of it. So I'm gonna go to my piano, second, blah 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 blah. Make sure I copy everything over to the playlist, and we're gonna start layering this beat. So I'm gonna fast forward this real quick, then I'm gonna layer it down, then when I'm done, then I'm gonna bring it back. Alright, so I've layered down the beat. I've got the intro there, the hook, the verse, and the second hook and the second verse. So according to what I hear, I need something which I can use as a bass line, you know. So when the 808 is not there, I'll be having a bass line. So I'm gonna load Expandex 2, and I've got a preset which I've already done for myself called the Angel's Bass. So I'm gonna load that quickly. It's gonna take a few seconds. Then I'm gonna go to a new pattern, then put a bass pattern there, then come here to my intro, then I'll put a basic bass, right? So I'm gonna go, okay, I'm gonna route this quickly. I need to, it's very important. Route it, then I'm gonna lower the volume, then I'm gonna go and play some keys. So these are the keys. All right. So I'm gonna protrude. Okay, sorry guys. Today I'm using some designing language here, but I'm gonna elongate these, then lower the velocity. That's where I need it to be. So I'm gonna cut that quickly from the piano pattern, then to the bass pattern, paste it there to the bass pattern, and this is how it's gonna sound now. If you hear something, the 808 is going over, so we're gonna cut the bass with the 808 and the 808 with the bass. So we're gonna go to the this pattern, this setting here, then go to the cut, then it's cutting by 3, then we go to the bass, then we go to cut it by 3, right? So we're gonna make sure the bass and the 808 are cutting each other so that they won't go over bound of each other, right? So there we go. Lose the chant there. Alright, so since we are done with the layering of our beat, you know what, we're gonna go to the mixing stage, you know. So since this is for the benefit of everyone, I'm gonna mix this beat while everyone is watching. Then we're gonna try to limit it and see what we can come up with, you know. So I'm gonna start mixing this beat. I'm gonna go to the hook, then I'm gonna loop the hook, then I'll start with the drums, obviously the kick. So this kick is for my Power SYBASS volume 1, in case if you want it. It's gonna be there on my website. I'm gonna put a distortion on it. I've got my preset which I've made called the Power Kick Distortion, and it's gonna sound like this. Okay, cool. So maybe one more thing I'm gonna do on the kick is to side chain it to the 808, which is gonna be my next thing I'm gonna be mixing. So I'm gonna need my 808 to be on the right level, you know, for the professional level. So I think somewhere there should be fine. Then the next thing I'm gonna need is the hi-hat. Then the next thing I'm gonna need is the clap. So we're just getting the levels correct now. So that open head is too loud. Alright, something is not right. There is a open head missing here, which I assume is gonna come. Alright, there we go, it's there. So we're gonna lower this one, lower that, then the stick, so the levels of the drums we are done, right? So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start EQing these. So most of the stuff on my Power SYBASS drum kit volume 1, they are pre-mixed, you know, so you don't need to really stress about mixing if you have the Power SYBASS drum kit volume 1. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to cut the low on the snare, on the clap actually. Alright, that should be fine. Then we put some reverb on it. Okay, that is cool. Let's go to our hi-hat. We're gonna put an EQ on it. Alright, that's cool. Cut the low. We don't need. Throw it in reverb real quick. Alright, I think the stick, that's the next thing. The open heads and those other stuff, they end really important, you know, because they are pre-mixed, you know. Alright, I'm gonna put a reverb on it, just a little bit, just a tiny. Alright, there we go. So other percussions we don't EQ, they are fine. So we're gonna go to our piano now. So you can hear the piano is too loud, you're gonna lower it. Put this in 100% stereo separation. Okay, the lead, I'm gonna put it in a lot of reverb because for me the leads sound great. Alright, so a lot of reverb on the lead. Then maybe the bass is gonna be our next thing to level. Then so you can hear that there is vibrato on this bass. So I'm gonna lower it from my MIDI keyboard. Alright, so let's see what we can put. Okay, so we got waves are a bass, so probably you can't see this because it's on my other side of the screen. I got waves are a bass where I'm just gonna put the basic big bottoms on the preset called big bottoms on the bass. Then let's see how that will sound like. So that sounds way much better. That sounds like a bass line. Then I'm gonna put a limiter on it, then limit it up to somewhere there, so that it's not gonna be crazy out of place. But remember, we've got a kick and a bass sometime in the going of the beat. We're gonna side chain it. Then we're gonna take a limiter on our limiter. Then we're gonna put a side. We're gonna connect our side chain so that when the kick hits, the bass will be side chained to it. So we're gonna go to our compressor part, then side chain, then we select the kick one, the ratio maybe threshold, that is like maybe 30 or so. Ratio, we'll see the ratio around 3 to 4 should be fine. Then the soft knee around 50%. Then we're gonna lower the release time. Like that. So that is what we're trying to go for. So we go to our 808, same thing. We're gonna put a limiter on. Then we're gonna make our side chain again. Then threshold around 30. Then ratio around 4, 3.24. Then we lower the release time. Then we go to the verse, the hook part. So you can see the side chain is happening there already. Alright, so EQ time. So everything, percussion, instruments, I'm gonna cut the lows completely using this EQ here. But for the bass, I'm not gonna cut the kick. I'm not gonna cut the 808. I'm not gonna cut. But for everything else, the instruments and the percussion, I'm just gonna cut the lows because I'm trying to preserve space for my 808 and my kick, so that my low end is gonna be clean and nice and punchy. So we go to the piano. We're gonna put an EQ there. That piano is almost clean, so we're gonna put an EQ there just to lower the low end again. Alright, so we're gonna go to our piano pattern again. Then we're just gonna lower that in velocity, you know, just to make it sound more natural. Then our arpeggiator, we're just gonna put an EQ there just to cut the lows, not so harsh. Then raise a little bit of the high mids somewhere there. We're gonna try grow speed on this. We might grow speed 8 today. There we go. Then we're gonna try to put the momentary, then lower the time. There we go. So now we've got our effect sounding nice and dope there. Then the lead, on the lead, we're just gonna cut the lows, nothing serious. So you can hear the reverb is quite long, right? But it's gonna sound dope when everything comes together. So there we go, everything all together. So now you can hear the kick is hitting hard, the 808 is clear, but what we can do a little bit with distortion on the 808. So I'm gonna go and load my fast distortion. Then I'm gonna use my preset. Okay, since this is a tutorial, I'm not gonna use a preset. We're gonna try to figure out how much distortion we can put on it. Obviously that's too much, but I'm gonna try the B section. I like it already, so I'm gonna mess around with the mix knob. There we go, that sounds clean. So what I'm gonna do, the high frequencies are a little bit harsh, so I'm gonna pull in my Pro EQ2, then I'm gonna lower the high on the 808 since we are trying to clean the instruments from clashing with the 808. You can hear the difference, you know. So everything is all set. So now we're gonna go and limit our beat and see if we can get our finished product. So you can see the beat is not clipping at all. But just to reference, I'm gonna load FabFilter Pro Q2 so that we can see what is happening in our beat, the lows, the mids, and the highs. Alright, so what the Pro Q2 will do, it's got a line here and it's gonna tell you the overall look of your beat, the spectrum of your beat. So if I play this beat quickly, now if you hold the mouse over, you can see that the low is quite fine. The from 1K to 5K is quite under the line. Then our snare there. Obviously, when you're making a beat, you're gonna need an artist to put vocals on top, right? So when an artist is putting vocals, the vocals will come and sit somewhere there, right? So I'm gonna do it one more time. So you can see the space we have for the vocals on this part. There's nothing much happening in this range. Okay, so you watch one more time. Okay, so one thing I hear is we need to raise our percussion, the stick, a little bit, just slightly. Alright, just a little bit of panning. So the final part on this one, we're gonna put a pro I think I'm gonna use a FAB filter limiter. You know, limiters are just the same, but I like using the pro limiter because you can monitor what is happening and you can see the RMS, you can see the peak levels, you can see the reduction and everything, right? And one more thing I like about the pro limiter is I can set the style of compression. So I like my beats punchy and transparent. So most of the times I use transparent or punchy, but on this one we're gonna use punchy. Then look ahead, attack, blah blah blah, all those, we're just gonna leave them as is, right? So the part I'm interested in is these lines for monitoring. So I'm just gonna play the beat, then we're gonna monitor what is happening. So first of all, you can see that our beat is not squashed, it's not over compressed, it's properly mixed, right? Of course, I haven't tested this on my speakers. I'm mixing with my headphones, which I'm gonna do on the final mix, but we're gonna start compressing this beat. So we're gonna try to make sure that the white line is gonna be at least on -10, not over, not way too less, but at least around -10. And to do so, we're gonna raise our gain. So this is what we're gonna do. So realize when I raise the gain, this white line starts to go up. So you can see that everything is coming up, but now you can hear that the distortion on the 808 is a little bit high. So we're gonna lower it a little bit, and the lead is a little bit high. So we're gonna. So everything is sitting perfect now. Let's hear that. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. This is Syble Angels from SYBLEangels.com. Make sure you like, you comment, you share, and you subscribe to our channel for new content. Tell us what you think about this video. Tell us what you want to see next, because I'm going to be doing this studio chill a lot more. So give me some topics which you want to see, the type beats which you want to see, what problems are you facing, which you want us to fix, or what do you think we can improve. So let's comment, at least let's get to 1,000 comments, 1,000 likes on this video, and see what we can do. So please guys, thank you for watching. This is Syble Angels. I'm signing out. I'm gonna play the beat, so enjoy it.